We are going to be talking about the most important macro that we want to hit each and every single day. That is going to be your protein number. Protein does a lot of different things for you, which is why it is so important. First and foremost, protein is going to be what controls your body composition. So I get a lot of clients, for instance, who come to me and they say, hey, I want to lose maybe 10, 20, maybe even 30 pounds. But in reality, what they really want is they want to look better in their jeans. They want more lean muscle. They want to look more toned. That is actually not determined by your weight on the scale. Odds are you're not going around telling how much you weigh to other people. It's kind of a weird conversation starter. So while calories determine your weight on the scale, you might actually not look very different at all. In reality, we want to focus on fat loss, and that is dictated solely by your protein intake, particularly if you are getting enough protein for your goals and your body weight. So the reason why protein is so important, protein is going to control your body composition. It's going to control how much lean muscle tissue you can build. It's going to control your immune system as well. That's huge. For females especially, this one's important, your hormone function is also going to be heavily regulated by your high quality protein intake. Also, if you're someone who struggles with sugar cravings or carb cravings, especially at the end of the night, protein controls your blood sugar levels. I always tell this story because when I was a Division I runner on the cross country team, I had to wake up every single night, I'm not kidding, at 2 a.m. because I craved a Hershey bar. I couldn't go back to sleep until I literally ate one. I felt disgusting every day. Looking back, I was also anemic, and this is no surprise because my protein intake was so low, which is very common for female athletes especially. If I had more protein in my diet, I have no doubt that I probably wouldn't have struggled with those sugar cravings every single day, and I probably would have heavily helped with my anemia and just performance as an athlete. Another thing protein does is it controls your satiation, meaning how satisfied you are after eating. So if you're someone who's typically, maybe you eat a breakfast or a lunch, but you feel like you need to have a snack around 2, 3 o'clock, or just throughout the day, that typically means that you're still under in protein, because that is going to help you feel satiated and satisfied after eating. Now, when it comes to protein, there are two different types that we're going to talk about. That is complete protein and incomplete protein. The main difference being the amino acid profile of the quality of protein that you're consuming. So when we talk about complete protein sources, these are going to be the best, most nutrient-dense sources that are essentially going to be the best for your body in terms of fueling, recovery, just all of the above. Those are going to be the highest quality sources of protein. That includes things like meat, eggs, dairy, and a high quality whey protein source, which we'll talk about in another video. Now, incomplete proteins, on the other hand, have a much lower amino acid profile. So they may only have 2 or 3 amino acids in them, meaning that you're getting much less nutrients. It would be things like beans, lentils, rice, even things like oatmeal that do contain a little bit of protein, but you would have to increase your calories so much in order to actually hit your protein goal if you use those as your primary sources. So if you were to, say, be plant-based and you want to get all your protein in through beans or lentils, you would have to eat about 3 cups of lentils to equal 1 chicken breast. So as you can see, your calories would have to skyrocket. So that is why we want to stick to a balance of protein sources and specifically focus on complete protein sources throughout our day. Now, when it comes to a supplement, this is something that we can implement to help us hit our protein goal. I personally have about 1 scoop of whey protein a day. I usually either put it in my coffee or I drink it immediately after my workout to increase my recovery speed and just make sure that I'm recovering properly for the day to repair muscle tears, and that happens during a workout. When it comes to picking a high quality protein, there's a few things you want to look for. You want to make sure that it's hydrolyzed and microfiltered. Basically, the difference when it comes to picking a high quality whey protein supplement is the difference of cooking a chicken breast in the crock pot for 6 to 8 hours and then on a huge high powered grill at maybe 3,000 degrees for like 5 seconds. At the end of the day, they're both still chicken breasts, but in the crock pot, the chicken comes out tender, it's nice, you can shred it, it's high quality, whereas the other piece of chicken is basically charred and denatured. So that's where, when picking a quality protein powder, can come into play, because one is going to be much more nutrient dense and much better for your body, versus others can be more cheaply made, so we do want to make sure that we're getting a high quality protein.